Finding the Tome. Finding the Tome. It's Saturday afternoon, Sarah whines. Why are we spending it at the library? I figured this would be the best place to piece together an explanation of why all these weird things have been happening lately, I reply. Learning on a Saturday should be illegal, she retorts. In fact, Quinn, I'm making it illegal as of this moment, and if you pass through these doors, you will be breaking the law. Stop being so dramatic, I say, as I walk up the steps with Jake, my little brother, bounding behind me. His backpack is crammed with books to return. Inside, the comforting scent of books fills my nostrils as Jake unloads his backpack onto the counter before meandering to the children's section. Sarah and I step up to the counter, and I say to the librarian, "Excuse me, but we need some help exploring local history." "Oh, are you researching a report for school?" she asks as she scans Jake's books. "Something like that," I reply, "except we were wondering if you have any historical records of strange events happening around town." "Well, you certainly live in the perfect town for that. Since the founding of Porter's Mill, people have experienced many odd occurrences." "You know about this stuff?" Sarah asked. "Only a tidbit or two, but we have some excellent reference material that might help." The librarian gestures for us to follow her to a table on the opposite side of the building. Large, old, leather-bound books line the shelves surrounding us. "I don't think I could even lift some of those massive books," Sarah whispers. The librarian saunters over and starts running her finger down one shelf. She pauses at an empty space and makes an annoyed face. "It appears that the tome I'm searching for is missing. These books aren't allowed off the premises, so I can't imagine who would have taken it." It seems as though she is talking to herself now. Perhaps Mr. Himmel moved it to the attic as part of the reorganization. It certainly wouldn't be a very popular read. The librarian returns to us and says, "Sorry, dears, but I believe Mr. Himmel, the head librarian, has placed the book somewhere. Unfortunately, he's on vacation for the next 2 weeks. If you'd like to return then, I'm sure he could assist you." With that, she strolls back to the desk to assist someone else. "Looks like our visit to the library was pointless," Sarah says, as she stands up to leave. "You heard her about the book possibly being in the attic," I say. "We should investigate up there." Sarah shoots me her "this is a bad idea" glare. Things are getting weirder around here, and I see no sign of them letting up. It's time to be proactive and start figuring things out for ourselves, I snap. Okay, Sarah says, surrendering. "What do you suggest?" "We need Jake to distract the librarian while we sneak upstairs." Sidetracking the librarian proves easier than we thought. Jake, who has never suffered a shortage of questions, keeps her attention long enough for us to sneak up the stairs. The stairwell is longer and steeper than I expected, curving around the outside of the building. After ascending for some time, we emerge into a long, musty room. At the far end, a small, round window allows in the afternoon light. It's gloomy and dusty, but we can see row after row of books on old shelves. Compared to where we've been recently, this might as well be the playground at midday, Sarah says, and I have to agree. Thinking about the hollow in the cave of the lost, the room almost seems comfortable, practically cozy. Come on, I say. The book must be up here somewhere. Scan the titles for anything that looks promising. Sarah takes one side and I the other, working our way down the shelves. None of the titles seem as though they would contain anything helpful. We're just about to the end of the shelves when we hear it. Footsteps on the stairs. We have no good place to hide, so we quickly cross the room and press ourselves into the dark space behind the open door. We wait as the footsteps grow louder. They sound too soft and tentative to be made by an adult. And for a moment I wonder if Jake has followed us. Looking through the crack where the door hangs on its hinges, we watch. The footsteps reach the landing at the top of the stairs and suddenly stop. No one steps inside, but we can hear shallow breathing. Sarah presses closer to the crack, trying to catch a glimpse of whoever is on the landing. When she brushes against the door, it moves with a creak that sounds like an explosion in the silence. We hold our breath and wait for whoever it is to pull back the door and catch us. It doesn't happen, and after some time we move out from behind the door. No one stands on the landing, even though we never heard anyone go back down or enter the room. I carefully go down the steps to the first bend and peer around the corner. Nothing. A loud thump explodes upstairs, so I quickly climb back up to find Sarah, terrified, staring at a large book on the floor. "I don't know what happened," she says. "I was waiting for you and I just heard it fall." I pick up the heavy book and examine the title, Porter's Mill, a history by John Porter III. Small text fills the yellowing pages, broken up in a few places by drawings. Someone tore out a few pages here and there, but it looks as though it will provide a lot of information. Suddenly we hear the thunderous sounds of many feet rushing up the stairs. I hold the book to my chest as the noise grows. I can hear something like children's laughter, but it's hard to tell. Sarah and I look at each other and then close our eyes, bracing for whatever is about to happen. Slam! The door slams shut, startling us, and then everything falls silent. We look around, but we're alone in the room, and after a few moments, we're able to move again. "What's going on?" Sarah asks. "I'm so tired of all this." "I am too, but maybe this book will help," I say, trying to soothe her. "Let's get out of here." Sarah nods, and we cautiously make our way back down the stairs where the librarian waits.